Hey, it's Angelo Caruso. Let's talk about you starting a Facebook group. You can use Facebook groups to build your brand because the people that come into it self-identify and therefore are almost by default interested in your products and services. Pretty cool way to roll. Before I get started with these techniques, I want to remind you that all social media platforms change their interfaces from time to time. So if by the time you see this video, you hear me say something that doesn't seem quite right on Facebook, it just means they changed their platform. Try to find the workaround. It's usually pretty easy to figure out once you know that the strategy actually exists. Also, I encourage you to join my Facebook group, which is Present Like a Pro, and you'll receive ongoing tips not only about how to become a better speaker, but how to run a vibrant Facebook group. Now, Facebook groups are a great strategy because they are an essential component of your sales funnel. The Facebook group kind of positions itself there at the top of the funnel to help pull people in to purchasing your products and services. And the reason why the Facebook group is so cool, as I mentioned earlier, people are already interested in your stuff. Like nobody ever joins my Facebook group if they're not interested in speaking. So it's like saying, but I might be interested in your books and products and classes and that sort of thing, Michael. So I let them in, right? And you would do the same thing. Facebook groups are like a separate playground for people that want to learn more about your industry, your niche, your particular skill set, right? And now a couple of guidelines as you set up your group. You can approve everybody that comes into your group, right? You can even ask them a couple questions on their way in to kind of pre-qualify them or get to know them. I actually have manually used their answers in a data sheet, like a spreadsheet, that helps me understand exactly who's in my group so I can reach out to people that I need to or know a little bit more about them instead of just thinking everybody's the same. When you let them into the group, I recommend greeting everybody. I recommend writing what's called write a post or write a welcome post. And on every Friday, you can welcome everybody that's come into the group in the last week. I recommend asking questions. I recommend staging FaceTime sessions or live sessions, live video sessions with the Facebook group. So you go to Facebook in the timeline and you click, start, like you're going to post something, and it'll say live, go live. And you go live and you do a little 10-minute or 20-minute session on whatever it is that you want to talk about. And the reason lives are important is that Facebook will open up the algorithm to show people the live video. Facebook loves live video, and because it's happening right now, right? And this is also important to your listeners. They don't want to watch a video that happened 5 years ago. They'd rather watch the video that's happening right now. So relevancy is really key. And so you're going to give everybody individual attention. You're going to tag people in the group as often as possible. You're going to do these Facebook Lives so that you're relevant and the algorithm opens up. Another thing you have to watch out for, the people that get into your group, a lot of them will want to become associate professors, and they'll start trying to teach the group. They're just being helpful, but they'll try to teach the group. And watch out for this, because a lot of times they're going to be offering techniques and strategies that aren't actually proven. They may even offer ideas that you don't personally think work. So you have to kind of message them on the side through Messenger and reach out to them and say, listen, I really appreciate your help, but this is my group, and it would be great if, you could take a step back and just enjoy the process. You have to watch how you say this kind of thing, of course. And the other thing that you have to watch out for is people who are self-promoting. Same basic way to get in touch with them. You're going to message them on the side and say, this group is for learning, not so much for self-promotion. Thanks very much for understanding. Now you can clean all this up in the About section of your group, which allegedly everybody reads when they join, but we all know they don't. We also know they forget. And so you're constantly trying to protect the integrity of the group so that the people in the group get the very best experience. Remember, it's your brand, and you need to moderate and stay on top of the timeline so that things are happening that only that you approve of, and there's not too many shenanigans going on. You can grow the group by getting the people in the group satisfied with what's happening. They'll start to invite like-minded people to the group. You can share the Facebook link, the URL, in your distribution list. You can try to share it in other platforms, but we've discovered that, for example, the LinkedIn platform isn't overly pleased about sharing Facebook links. And even YouTube in the description isn't as likely to show a Facebook link as they are the Facebook video that I'm doing right now, or the YouTube video where I mentioned Facebook verbally, right? So you have to kind of think through this and remember that all these brands are competing for attention. But if you're providing quality content and you're pushing out to your distribution list, and if you do talks of any type, you're in front of people, you can always tell them, I have a Facebook group, why don't you sign up? You can put it in the signature file of your email that you have a Facebook group. No one's going to keep you from doing that. And in that way, you can grow a large, vibrant following in the Facebook group that feeds your funnel very nicely. So if you have questions about growing a Facebook group, please put them in comments down below, and we'll get you some answers and get you all tooled up. Thank you very much for being a responsible marketer. And remember, never promise something that you cannot deliver. I appreciate you. See you soon.